Hello boys, welcome to new video. Today we're gonna announce the first unofficial Annihilation Mod tournament on the Blitz community. Today I'm with Osama. Hey Osama, you can talk, you know.
No.
So
All right.
so Osama is our organizer and he's gonna talk about the rule and stuff.
All right, hey guys. Awesome. Welcome to the first unofficial Annihilation Mod tournament. Super excited for this. I mean, if you guys don't know, the Annihilation Mod is a modern day mod for Wargame. Unlike some of the other mods, it's actually quite grounded, quite realistic. The balance is actually not too bad, but it's still a work in progress. Which is why we're having this tournament first to have fun with the community, but also to help out, flesh out the meta. Sniff out OP units and whatnot, help balance the game a little more. So I'm going to right into it. We've actually got an $80 prize pool and Steam gift cards, and it's going to be a 2v2 tournament. So first place, you're going to get two $10 Steam gift cards, and then second place, you're going to get two $5 cards, and third place you'll get another two $5 cards. Here's the interesting part: we're dedicating half of the prize pool to people who really just show up. So we're going to have four $5 gift cards in a raffle, just for anybody who participates in the tournament.
It's for the guy who did the OP move or for everyone can get this gift?
This one is for everybody, and then we'll have another four $5 Steam gift cards that is for I call it the Blitz OP move reward. And Blitz, where you can kind of talk a little bit about that.
That's amazing. So this is only for the OP move. Okay, right? So how,
Yeah, that's as far as Blitz War will select four people where he's seen the game and he really likes what's going on. He sees some funny shit or whatever happened.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, we're gonna probably cast some games on the channels. So yeah, we're gonna decide on that. People also can decide on the comment, stuff like that. We're gonna see how we're gonna do this.
yeah. So I mean, again, half the prize pool will be dedicated to people just showing up. So that's eight people that can win some sort of reward without actually, placing in the
Yeah,
top one, two, or third place.
yeah, this is really cool. I like this.
Uh, yeah,
And
yeah.
how about the rule?
Yeah, so we'll go into the general rules. This will be a little long, but bear with me. And we'll have the slides up and the video. So for the general rules, all the rules and formatting is subject to change. Just because this, while we are also developing or helping to kind of sniff out the meta for this game, the mod's in development, but it's also this tournament is also sort of in development. We're testing the best formatting and best way to operate this tournament, just so future tournaments, we might even have recurring tournaments like the boot camp server.
Yeah,
So we're going to be testing quite a few things.
yeah.
So please refer to this Excel sheet that we will be posting for all current and up-to-date rules. Any large change in rules, usually we'll announce it, but hopefully we won't have to.
Yeah.
Breaking rules, obviously, may lead to automatic forfeit or disqualification at discretion of the organizers. Just don't be an asshole, I we have a we have people say all kinds of shit. I don't really mind, but just don't be disruptive to the game or the flow of the tournament. Uh, yeah, your registered name should be the same seen in games and replays. We'll give you one warning, but we really want to. This really helps out with the organization
Yeah, the classic
of the
stuff.
tournament. Yeah, so after the first word, if you kind of keep playing games with a different name, you'll probably have to forfeit your games at the discretion of the organizers again.
Yeah, yeah.
Very importantly, Blitz War and the organizers can ban any units arbitrarily. We do have a banned units list. Not just because there are some units that are bugged, and some that are just kind of really mostly I would say bugged.
And or too much OP.
Yeah, a little too OP. So there is a list on the same Excel sheet, so please refer to that. And again, it's up to the players to check this list before it's match, because it will be. We might have to add units to that list. I don't think we do, but you never know.
Yeah,
It may
but
say something OP.
yeah, but we're not gonna do a big list or something. It's gonna be a short list about just
No.
the most OP thing or the unbalanced unit. So
Yeah, just for an example, we had the Book F3, it was unintentional, it's fire and forget, and it shoots a missile anti-air missile every 0.2
yeah,
seconds.
just to not
Stuff like that.
ruin the gameplay.
Yeah, stuff like that is just, it's not conducive to any sort of gameplay at all.
Yeah.
And then, so of course, the tournament operators can disqualify any player at any given time if they're found to be cheating, abusing bugs, and of course being disruptive to the flow of the tournament, such as delaying games, trying to skirt rules, and stream sniping.
Yeah, the classic stuff. This rule, we find this rule on all the tourneys. So yeah.
Yeah, it's just basic stuff. And I mean, anybody who knows me knows, I'm a pretty rowdy guy myself, but we just want everyone. We just want the tournament to have to just be able to flow. All right, we'll get into the tournament format. So, depending on our resources, we may either do a single elimination or double elimination. So, if we have too many people and our resources are stretched thin, we might do single elimination.
How many
But if we
people?
have
How many people we have at the moment we talk?
We have 15 teams, so that's 30 players at the
Yeah.
moment. And we've only done a small little text post. So, following, I mean, if we hit something like 40 teams, it might be a little tough, but we'll, hopefully some volunteers will step up.
Yeah, it's
But
gonna
in an
be
ideal situation, it'll be interesting. But in an ideal situation, we're going to do a double elimination, and that's where we have two brackets. We have a winner's bracket and a loser's bracket, just so people have, a second chance.
Yeah.
And to be honest, if you lose and you get knocked out early, don't feel bad, because again, we're probably going to be doing this sort of like in boot camp, where it's pretty frequent or even monthly. Just so we'll have plenty of chances in the future. To get to probably get to win more games.
Yeah.
Games. So games start on the 21st of May. And that means sign up has to close on the 19th. So please sign up by the 19th. I also am just thinking about this now while reading this. We need to figure out if this 19th is for what region, because 19th in Europe could still be 18th in the US. So
Yeah.
we'll figure this out. After the ladder is posted, so after the round tournament round is posted, you know who you're playing. And we've made that announcement. You have 48 hours to organize with your opponent to post a replay of the results. If you can't do it on time, let the organizers know.
Yeah. All that stuff you do it on the Blitz-Community Discord. So you might have to join. Yeah. So you might have to join and the Discord, and we're gonna put a room for replay just after the game, stuff like that. Usual stuff on tournament.
Yeah, sure. So, just make sure you're on time, and if you can't on time, let the organizers know. If there's a lot of people that need more time with scheduling, we might extend the round, deadline a little longer. But just try to be prompt about this. I know we all have lives outside of Wargame, unlike Blitz War. So 48 hours.
Don't listen to this guy, guys.
Okay, so in the ladder, we're going to try to put players in the same region close together, just for scheduling issues.
Yeah.
And lastly, for the game version, we're going to be using 1.4.4. That is the current patch as of speaking of the March 19th today.
Yeah, that's good. I
Um,
think this version, most of the player are familiar with this version.
yeah,
So
most of them are comfortable with. I know there will be probably potentially a new patch while this tournament is ongoing, and that's totally fine. We're going to still stick to 1.4.4 just to be consistent. I
yeah,
know Ukraine will be in this new patch. I know, people will definitely are hoping to use it in the tournament, but we want each nation to probably go through a couple patches before we allow it in tournament. So maybe in the next one. All right, and then I'm going to go into kind of the game instructions. This is actually really, really important, and I think this section is probably something we'll have to refer back to. So when your games are going on, so the games are going to be best of three. Semifinals and finals will be best of five. So you're going to do a coin toss first for blue to choose blue or red side because the game format will be blue versus red. Coin toss winner chooses side, so red or blue. Loser of the coin toss, so they get to take priority in, I guess, in the pick phase. So we'll have this Excel sheet up, during this video, but so basically the way it works in the pick phase is loser of the coin toss, player one picks first, and then winner player one picks second.
yeah,
Winner
yeah.
of the coin toss player two picks third, and then loser of the coin toss player two picks last. So the loser of the coin toss will most likely have a pick advantage, being the last pick. They'll be able to. I don't think it's a terribly big deal to count or whatever, but it'll be so sometimes it'll even out the advantage of the coin toss winner being able to choose red or blue.
I I like
Please.
I like this rule. The last one
Yes.
about the timing.
Yeah, so okay, you have 1 minute to pick, unless agreed upon by both parties. This is very general and loose rules. Just don't be an ass to people. If someone takes too long, don't rage on them. But if someone's taking like 3 or 4 minutes, then that
Relax.
person really wants to fill up. But yeah, just yeah, I guess it's a general rule of thumb. This one's not a hard rule, but we really hope this doesn't cause any issues with players. But if it starts to do so, we might have to rethink how we approach this. But basically, during the pick phase, all players should already be in the lobby. All settings should be ready to start. Your maps should already be determined. We'll get into how to pick the maps. So after each game, teams must swap sides between red and blue and swap the pick orders. So how we did loser, winner, winner, loser. The next round will be winner, loser, loser, winner of the coin toss. So switch sides and switch pick orders. So the way you choose the map is you spin a wheel. We'll provide a link in the Discord, and if it's required by both teams, one person can stream it while they spin the wheel, so everyone knows there's no funny stuff going on. But if both teams don't mind, then you can just spin the wheel without having to stream it. This is between both teams to figure out how that's done.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you want to do the cleanest, just do a stream. And we always recommend to spin it 3 times or 5 times, just so you have all your maps ready to go before the games start. So that way you don't have to spin between each round. You just go right into the next round. Maps can be skipped if both teams agree. But again, be mindful of people's time. And also, maps should not be repeated in the same game series. If you're playing 3 games, you shouldn't play Paddy Field twice.
Yeah, classic rule.
Yep. So players must pick different nations than their teammates, and the players cannot pick the same nation and spec combination in the same game series. So let's say game 1, you played a British man, right?
Yeah.
Let's say game three, you play blue again. Your teammate cannot play British mech. They have to play something that was not played before, like British mode.
Oh, so you have to make sure you are coordinated right with your teammate. Right. Okay.
Yes. So I would recommend everybody prepare at least 4 decks on each side, red and blue, at
Yeah.
least. And if you hope to be competitive, especially with a game out of 5, I would prepare 6, at least, at least. And of course, if you want to prepare more, that allows you the chance to probably counter pick. I don't know how. I don't know the meta well enough to say what counter picks what, but people can kind of imagine
Yeah.
some of those. And let's see. So, oh yeah, every team must play a spec deck. There are no Joe decks allowed.
This is
Uh,
important rule.
yeah, because I know Jack, the developer. He loves seeing variety. Like he loves seeing players play different roles as a coherent team, and I kind of agree with that. In a general deck, you already have everything to yourself. You don't really need your teammate, but spec decks, you rely on your teammate, and this relies on
Yeah.
teamwork.
Yeah. That's a
Uh,
that's a good point.
Yeah, so each team is afforded one disconnect each game series. After the second disconnect, the game must continue on as is unless both teams agree to reset. Again, this is up to the discretion of the teams, but this rule is just there for if people start to disagree or whatever on how it should be handled. So please refer back to this if there's any sort of issue. If both teams crash or disconnect, which it does happen rarely with the mod, but it might crash the game, everybody's game. The match should be restarted, and the settings should be on conquest. Um, we're not playing destruction, and we're definitely not playing economy. Maybe we should see you in an economy tournament, but yeah, we're doing conquest. 2,000 starting points, 500 victory points, and 40-minute limits. This is going to be very much similar to what you would see in ranked settings, but kind of translated to 2v2. I think ranked actually does have 2v2. I don't think anybody queues for that, but if someone can kind of confirm that, I'm pretty sure this is what ranked 2v2 settings are like.
Yeah.
And game should start within 2 minutes of the end of the pick phase, unless somebody, this again is up to teams.
Yeah,
It's
this
just
is
so
up to teams. This is not yeah. Maybe
this,
they
but
gonna
yeah, I
need
just
more
want
time to
someone to.
coordinate, so they just ask other team. Yeah,
Yeah. I just don't want someone to be like, "Oh, hey guys, I gotta take a
yeah.
shit." Come back like 30 minutes later, and now
Oh,
the other team can't play all 3 games because there's no
oh
more time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course. For this
So
kind of
again, don't
situation,
be
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. I get you.
Don't try to stall for time. Please be respectful of everybody's time.
Yeah,
And again, half the prize pool is dedicated just for showing up. Time between matches again must be no longer than 10 minutes by both teams. But again, it's just to kind of get the new, just trying to get things going. And if there's any sort of arguments or some disagreements, make sure everyone is communicating with text, just so it's easy for if there is some sort of conflict, it's easy to refer back to text communications,
yeah.
especially for the operators if we help us identify who's the asshole here. When the game is done, post the replay only once. We'll have a replay tab in the Discord,
Yeah.
and it should be done by the winning team of the game series.
Just after the
You'll
game.
see. Yeah, of the game series. Yeah, so it would be in the following format. You'll type the event, the game, number out of which number of games. In parentheses, you'll have the winner, and you'll have the blue team name versus red team name. So I have an example down in the bottom. So the quarterfinals number 2, game 1 of 3, in parentheses blue, and in this example, it's the 2 news versus Pulse. I just butchered that name, so please don't please don't get mad at me. But this is for example. So please try to follow the format. When I say winner, I mean blue or red. So just try to follow as best you can, and that helps the organizers and also helps Blitzboard for watching games and reviewing games after, and to review for your guys' OP awards.
We're gonna have
All right.
a ton of
Yeah.
games coming. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Really excited. So we'll kind of get into the gameplay rules here. Obviously, do not use a banned unit.
Classic.
Um, if you are seen using a banned unit, if you for some reason accidentally have one, just throw it into the corner of the map or just throw it into your enemy. But generally speaking, if we see someone using a banned unit, you're going to have to forfeit the match. If we see someone using it again, you're going to probably just get permanently disqualified. Again, we don't choose. We don't like to put units on the banned unit list because we want to see how the balance truly is. But again, most of these units are going to be bugged. You really don't want a book that shoots 5 rounds each second fire forget an aircraft. Um, you know,
Yeah.
don't do these bugs. If the bug happens, just do your
Yeah,
best
I
to
think
do it.
yeah, I think people gonna understand it. It's gonna be just short list of just few unit. They're gonna get bind.
Yeah,
Just don't put them on your tourney deck, and that's it.
yeah.
What
Speaking of,
about sorry? What about don't try abuse a bug? What is bug,
yeah.
for example?
So there is a known bug where UAVs will kind of go into the ground. Um, I think I know how it happens. I'm not going to obviously say
Yeah,
how it
but this
happens.
is for try harder, man. I don't even know that this kind of books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you do somehow, cause this bug, do your best to undo it, like evac the plane in this case. If you feel like your teammate is abused, or sorry, not your teammate, I mean, you can report your teammate too, but if you feel like your opponent is abusing a bug, it's totally up to tournament operators to determine if it really is abuse or someone accidentally happened to somebody. These bugs are, I would say, really there's not a lot. To be honest, it's really just that one UAV one I can think of. But again, if something happens, we never know. Um, just try your best to undo it. And again, the most important gameplay rule is to not attack your enemy opening ground column until 60 seconds into the game.
Don't
Specifically,
be a cheeser.
specifically artillery and aircraft from the air tab, electronic warfare suppression. So not seed missiles. You're only allowed to use electronic warfare suppression. So again, I
Oh,
don't want to see anybody. I don't want to see Gatsu playing 2v2 on Highway to Seoul and using the Iskander to just annihilate somebody's opener. We don't want that.
yeah,
If you
don't
did
bomb
that,
the opener. So it's
yeah,
even on
don't do that.
vanilla or even on old games. Just don't bomb the opener 1 minute before the start of the fight. That's fair.
Yeah, with artillery or aircraft from the air tab. So again, electronic warfare is fine.
Yeah,
There's no
you mean only jammer, no seed with missile. Yeah,
Yeah, so like electronic warfare, like suppression, like the electronic warfare pods, but no seed missiles. So that's not electronic warfare.
yeah.
That's kind of hard munition. Um, and of course, there's no heli rushing in this. It will be up to the judges to determine what's a heli rush. But basically, we'll say no more than 400 points per player of helicopters, and this includes transports. We're going to be very strict with this rule just because, looking at Victor, you know, there's probably some funny heli stuff that can be done. And I know there's a lot of funny heli stuff that can be done, but I think limiting it to this will be fine. But again, don't go over 400 points. You're going to or we're going to have to spank you.
Yeah. Don't hello start. Okay. It's like classic.
Last,
It's like classic rule.
yeah, don't heli rush. Just have fun. And lastly, no more than 8 HP or higher unarmed transports or helicopter transports in any given offensive push. I know I'm going to say it here now, but if you pick up the Z10 and the supply truck, you get a I think it was an 8 or 10 HP helicopter that you could throw. And it's actually very good for saturating anti-air. The Germans can get something like that, a 12 HP helicopter, and it's just not, it can be cheesed pretty hard.
Oh my
We
god.
don't want to, we don't want to see a swarm of cheap saturating all the anti-air only for the gunships to come in and clean it up after. So please don't use transports to saturate. Again, no more than 4, 8 HP or higher unarmed transports. If they're armed, it's fine because most of those armed helicopters are actually already priced very, very high. So don't worry about armed helicopters. I say that now without looking at the game, but I hope that's fine. Like the MI-17 is not too bad because it's like 35 points. Yeah.
I think we did cover everything.
Yep.
So for people who wanna join, all the link, you're gonna find all the link on the description for sync up, for the Discord, and thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.